Hello, today we're going to be solving combination sum. So basically the idea behind this one is you have a list of all of these numbers and you're supposed to basically try to reach a target number and return all the possible numbers you could add up to reach the target number. You're allowed to use multiple numbers in the same list. So like if you have 2, 3, 2, that is not a different combination 2, 2, 3. So that you will need to return one of those. So the strategy to solving this one is basically it's better visualized as like a decision tree. So you start by like, I'm gonna pick 2 and I'm not gonna pick 2. And then once you do the pick 2, you go to the next one. Am I gonna pick 2 again? Yes. And then you're gonna do an option where you don't pick 2 and move to 3. And then you do another option where you have 2 2s, for example, and then one of the options will go to 2 again, and the other option will go to 3, and then it will realize it's equal to 7, and then you basically have that. I'm going to start going into the code, and hopefully it will make a bit more sense once we're in the code. We're going to start by setting up the result, which is going to be an empty array, and then we're going to define the DFS, which is the main part of the code. It's going to take in an index, current array. So that's basically the array of how many numbers it has in it that we're going to be appending to the result one. And a current sum. This is going to be what we use to determine if the array is valid and should be added into the result. And what we have to do is basically solve the base case first. So we want to check if I is greater than or equal to length of candidates, if I can spell. And then the other base case should be if current sum is greater than target, which that shouldn't be the case. Then we just want to return and not do anything. And then we want to do another if statement. So for this if, we want to check if can it. Actually, we just want to check if current sum equals target. And then we want to basically append the result dot append current array and return. So now we want to backtrack in the DFS and call the DFSs. So I guess we want to start with the first DFS, which is the one where we ignore the first one and basically continue with the same everything else in the list. So to do that, we just do I plus 1, so we're ignoring that position, and then we're going to say current array and current sum. And we also want to just update the array and the sum. So what we want to do with sum is current sum plus equal candidates I, because the next one we're doing is the one that includes that number, and then we want to do current array dot append that current sum, because we've basically summed it into it. And yeah, all we have to do right now is DFS. We basically say I and pass in the current sum and that's the current array and current sum. And then for this part, we want to do the copy because we don't want it to keep modifying actually. And what else? I think we just have to pop from the array. So current array dot pop. So just remove the last element we've added as soon as we do this DFS, so that we don't continually have dangling things because we're just modifying this one object throughout the whole method. And next thing we need to do right now is we basically need to call the DFS. I guess to start is going to say the index starts at 0. We pass it an empty array as the current array at first, and the current sum is going to be 0 as well. And yeah, we should be able to just return the result at this point. And if I press play, hopefully it works first time, and we are lucky. So let's hope it passes this one as well. And as you can see, it works. And I'll see you in the next video, guys.